Hello, Level 1 Ballet dancers. This is Laura's arm series for Ballet College's Level 1 Ballet. So these are going to be the most commonly used basic arms I'll be using in class. Now, just so you know, there are about 6 different styles of ballet, and I will be talking about some of those styles of ballet as we go through the quarter. And you'll find that between those different styles of ballet that they use different sets of arms. So some arms might look the same as others, but they might have a different name. So I'm going to go with the ones that I most commonly use. It's a little bit of a mix of different styles of ballet. My most common form of training though was in something called Carriage, which is more of an Italian style ballet. So, but you will see some variations in these arms. So if you've had ballet before, you might go, oh, well, that's not the arms that my instructor did. There is going to be variations across the board on those. So I'm just going to stand in first position. And we already talked about finding that external rotation from the top of the thighs, finding what your first position is. You want to start with nice relaxed shoulders, nice dropped down tailbone. So I'm not thinking about tucking my tailbone or sticking it out backwards, but I want it to kind of hang down. So my shoulders are nice and relaxed. I'm going to imagine that I'm going to blow up some balloons under my elbows. So the first position we're going to do here is I'm going to send my elbows out towards the sides. I'm going to round my fingers towards each other. So my thumb and my middle finger are going to go towards each other. They don't touch. Now, when you're very young, they teach you to touch to set up the muscle memory, but you guys don't need to do that. You can if that's going to help you. And you have those nice, soft, curved fingers and those balloons under your elbows. So I'm feeling nice and tall, shoulders are dropped, elbows are rotated out to the side with those balloons there, so you want to have that space. So this one you might find with several different names. The most common name I use in class is low fifth. Another name for this you might hear is bras bas, which means arms low. So low fifth is the first one. My fingertips, my pinkies, are in front of my thighs, but they don't touch my thighs. And my fingers are not touching each other either. They're going to be slightly separated. Now from here, I'm going to keep that same shape. I'm going to travel those arms up to first position. So I think of my pinkies. I find my belly button, pinky fingers, blow that balloon out from your belly button. And those still lifted from under your elbows, nice relaxed shoulders, nice long necks as well too. This will give you first position. So things to look out for here, you don't want deflated arms. You don't want arms that are too high. So you'll find that ballet is all about shapes and lines that you make with that body. And if your arms are all the way up here, the audience is just going to see your hands. So you want to see the shape of that first position. So this nice rounded position you can see. I travel them up so they're slightly above my head. I should see in my peripheral vision that nice rounded line, just like my low fifth. This is high fifth, which I tend to use, or en haut, which means in high. So this is French terms with a very bad French accent, is what the ballet terminology is based on, my bad French accent. So this is high fifth or en haut. Now if I open those arms out to second position, I'm going to lift from under my elbows. If I bend forward a little bit, you can see the shape. It rounds around to the other side. This gives you second position. And what you want to think about here is that your shoulder is the highest point, but it's down, so you don't want it up. Then your elbow is the next highest point, then your wrists, then out those fingertips. So if I dropped a marble, it would roll down and off my fingers with a little bit of a lift, like you got a string under your elbow with a balloon on it that's floating those elbows up towards the ceiling. And this gives you second position. So those are some of the basic arms. I have a couple more for you, but let's do that again. You have low fifth, nice and rounded. Feel those balloons under those elbows. Travel it up to first. You're going to take it up to high fifth. Then you're going to go out to second. So I open with my palms up, and then I do a little lift from under my elbows. And then to come down, to make it more exciting, I turn my palms down to the floor as my fingertips go up and relax back down to low fifth. Now some of the other arms I use, and again, these are going to be some that people may use different terms for. If you bring one arm up in front, like you're going to do a first, and the one out to the side, like a second, you have a third position. So this is third position for me. Some instructors might call this low fourth. but for me this is third. Still have this arm down versus up too high. I tend to start to add my head to this. I look over my shoulder usually of the side of the curved arm. So third position, third position. Then if I take my arm up over my head with my relaxed shoulder, this is in that high fifth feeling and this is in that second. I like to look out over my elbow. Again, it may change, my vision might change a little bit or focus. This is fourth. Some instructors will call this high fourth, but for me, third, fourth. This one's also fourth, also fourth as well. You also might find this as a fourth. This is a crossed fourth in some schools of ballet. I don't use it very often, but I do use it sometimes. So fourth and fourth. And relax and bring those arms down. There's going to be plenty of other arms you're going to learn that are going to go with different positions. Arms for arabesques, arms for the 8 body positions of Cicchetti, and you're going to be learning those throughout the quarter. But these are the simpler ones we're going to start with first. So we're going to do a little combination here. So we're going to do it with the music. I'm going to teach you 2 first, obviously, but when we're going to do it with the music, I want you to do it twice. You're going to film this and send it back to me as one of your first assignments. Showing me the arms, each position with the music, and saying what the position is. This is going to help you put into muscle memory and into your brain what the names of the steps are with the actual movement as well. So we're going to go through, we're going to say what the arms are, and then we'll do it a second time through. But you're not going to say anything, you're just going to dance it. So even though I'm not moving my legs, I'm going to dance my upper body and my head with it. So even as a dancer, even as you're standing there or doing very minimal movement, you always want to look like you're dancing. So we're going to start 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I'm going to have you do is a little presentation. So I like to do a little, what I call the breather. 5, 6, down, 7, 8. So my arms kind of have this little lift. My elbows go out to the side, kind of like I'm going to be a bird taking off to fly. But it's in slow motion. I'm going to go 5, 6, down, 7, 8. I'm going to go low fifth for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bring it and I'm going to say first for 4 counts. And then I'm going to take it to high fifth. I'll say high fifth for 4 counts. I'm going to go to second for 4 counts. I'm going to release my fingers and back down to low fifth for 4 counts. From there, I'll continue on. This is not the most amazing dance ever. It's just about getting your positions, your arms in. I'm going to go to third on one side. Then I'm going to go to third on the other side. Then I'm going to go to fourth on that side and fourth on that side. And then I'm going to bring that all the way back down. I'll do another little lift and I'll bring it down. So again, I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll say low fifth. And then the song will be saying and going, and first, and high fifth. And notice how I take my time to get there in second. So I'm not necessarily holding, I'm kind of just getting there. And then I'll go to third. And I'll go to third. So you're gonna see how smooth you can make each movement. Notice my fingers kind of release and then they curve. And then they release and then they curve. So as I'm changing from one side to the other, you'll notice those fingertips actually dance and move as well. So I'm gonna do that twice through. First time, I'll say what the words are with the movement, and then I'm just gonna do it the second time. All right, here we go. This is also known as, these arms, we would call them port-de-bras. So how you move your arms is called port-de-bras. So your port-de-bras translates to carriage of the arms. So again, one of the big things you need to remember in this class is that you're gonna have to know the vocabulary. So the terminology, that is, the translation from French to English, and that's what's gonna be on your midterm quiz, is that translation. So know what those things mean. Port-de-bras, carriage of the arms. All right, here we go. We're gonna start in low fifth. First position, you'll take your 5, 6, 7, 8 with that music.